people of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, people elsewhere on the internet.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, could be located at people.etsy.com. My t-shirt designs, purplebutterfly-people.tmail.com. And remember when I was talking about modifying the bralette and I tried to use pre-made things like hooks and eyes and all that? That did not work. So I put on my little thinking cap and came up with another idea. Velcro. Now, because I had already put a zigzag right through the middle here, so that way it didn't unravel or whatever, that's going to be my sewing guide. The only thing is, when I did that, this part has a raw edge. I need to remove that. And since I'm cutting on the outside of the zigzag stitch, I don't have to worry about adjusting anything. Now what I'm going to do, this is sew on Velcro. They also have sticky back and iron on. I'm thinking the sticky back might have been difficult to sew through with my sewing machine, and I didn't want to get it all gooked up and ruined or whatever. And I haven't used an iron in a number of years. I have an iron. I don't trust that iron, so I figured we'll just go ahead and do a sew-on thing. What I'm doing at the moment, though, I'm thinking I'm going to unravel this part first. Yeah. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is match this up. So that way, it'll be the same width, the same everything. So that way when I apply it to the bralette, I won't have to worry about, is it even, is it matching, so forth and so on. And then I'm just going to take this and line it up with this piece over here. I forgot the label is a little sticky, but anyway. And then that will be where I trim it at, and then all I have to do is stitch it down in that one spot. First, let's loosen this up. Get rid of this piece of labeling. Line this back up. I don't know why they had this on here separately. They could have just, you know, put it together and wound it up so that way when you go to cut it, it's already matched up and everything, and all you have to do is stitch it. But that's not the way they packaged it, so yeah. Actually, I'm going to take this one piece and scoot it down a little bit so that way we don't want this part sticking over where the bralette is starting and ending. So I'm going to scoot that down a little and then bring it down here to the end. Put my finger right there to mark it, and that's where I'm going to trim it. There. So this is what I'm going to insert for the bralette, and this is going to be the rest of the packaging. I'm just going to go ahead and match that up for the rest of the bralettes because I have about 17 or 18 bralettes, different styles. I'm only modifying currently the one with this style, but when it's time to do that, I won't have to worry about where this is and so forth. I actually have some Velcro in this house. It's black, but I have some. And I failed to do this, and I just basically put it to the side, and I have no idea where it is. So I figure I'll just go buy a new package, store it in the package, and store it in a way that's already ready for me to get to. Yeah. So in the meantime, the next thing I'm going to do is get my pins and pin it in position. And then I think I'm going to use stitch number 19 because it's a stretch stitch that basically is a zigzag with a border around it made for stretch stitching, so that'll work. Let's see, I'm going to want the hook part facing out, so that way it's not scratching, and the soft part facing in. So now basically I'm going to arrange this the way I'm going to want to put it on. So the hook is going to be facing out like that. So I'm going to fold this the way I need it. And then I'm going to pin it down in this format. And then I'm going to pin the other side in a matching location. Wow, it's hard to pin through. So when you're working with Velcro, sew on, sticky back, or iron on, remember it's hard to pin through. So be very aware of that when it's time to arrange your pieces. I guess that's the way I would say that. Ouch. And be very careful that you don't stick yourself. That's another thing. These are my Fisker scissors that I bought for the sewing machine. It says it cuts fabric, cardboard, blah, blah, blah. Be very, very careful. This also cuts through skin. I have a chunk of it that I was cutting through something, nicked myself. A regular Band-Aid did not take that out. It literally, I had to wrap it several times. So be very careful if you're using Fiskars. Okay, I'm going to pull this out and then line this. Alrighty then, so this is what we have so far. Okay, this part of the Velcro is facing outward, and as you can tell, it keeps snagging on the other side because, well, that's what it's doing. And it's facing that way. So now what I'm going to do is literally stitch all the way around on both sides, so that way I can attach it. And then I'm going to snip off the end of this. Apparently I measured it a little bit long, so it's fine if it hangs over like that. I can always snip off that one end. Yeah, but if you have a Brother SQ928 computerized sewing machine, you're going to be using stitch number 19, needle style J, or whatever equivalent working. Okie dokie. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to start on the far corner and stitch down. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to start from the outside edge, stitch down and around, taking the pins out as I go, so that way when I get to the front, it's all good. Yeah. And since it's on a stretch stitch, and this is stretchy material, and the Velcro isn't, it should be fine. Okay. Actually, because of this stitch, I didn't even have to move the needles. Well, not the needles, the pins. But on the return, I will be removing the pins just so that way the little balls and stuff don't get caught up in the machine. Now, take out this last one just because of the position it's in. And move this over. Well, actually, I'm going to lift up the feed dogs so I can turn it. Do a pivot. Anyone who's ever sewn knows what I mean by a pivot, but it will be clear if you ever do this with your machine. Okay, now over, and then turn and pivot again, bringing this around, and now I'm going to remove all the pins. And stitch it down, making sure I use my fingers to hold it in place. Let me turn this where you can see it, hopefully. Well, yeah. So this is what I have so far. So it's right here. This is the part I just sewed, and this is the part that's loose, like that. So basically, when I sew this part down, I'm going to use my fingers to feed it into the feed dogs, so that way it will anchor. And then one more pivot to, you know, secure it, and then we do the other side. So let's get that. Daughter just showed up while I was doing this, and she basically has this little attitude like, yeah, apparently my sewing and all that is disturbing her conversation she's having, but she came to my house. Come on now. Nobody's supposed to stop the world because she wanted to get off when she showed up unexpected. Yeah. Besides, it's not going to even take me 10 minutes to sew this. People of the Purple Butterfly here. Success. This is what I have now. Yeah, there we go. The bralette is in a single piece, front loading, using Velcro. So this part, is the soft side with the loops, so it doesn't have to worry about snags. Now on this side, every now and then, just, you know, putting it together, you might have to pull that out so that way it doesn't snag against. But this is how it's going to be put on from now on. You just literally put your arms in. Bring them down. Put my hand right here and my hand right here so that way I can pull it to where it needs to go. I'm just going to hook that part right there. Put it in position here. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to put it in position in the middle there. That way I can aim it to where I need it to be until I can get it in the proper location. Yeah. So this one here. This one here. And then all I gotta do is line it up and press. Line it up and press. Line it up and press. Yeah, and now my bralette is front loading. Lift that up, scoot it over a little, press. Lift it up, press. Ta-da! I am surprised that worked as well as I thought it would. I was trying to do with hooks. I should have just automatically went for the Velcro. Look at there. Let me come over here where you can see. Well, let's get the sewing machine out the way. There we go. So, yeah. And now that I know that works, there are 16 more that I got to do that with. So, this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at Purple Butterfly. Oh, goodness, that was a lot of excess. My blog is located at PurpleButterfly-People.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at People.etsy.com. And my t-shirt designs, PurpleButterfly-People.blogspot.com. Y'all stay blessed and stay tuned. Yep. So that's how it looks. With a little practice, I can get rid of that one little edge that's right there, or I could put some lace over it to cover it completely. But yeah, I would call that a success. In the meantime, I think I will put some lace or some flowers or something right there, just so that way it's congruent. And I'm going to trim this little part off. But yeah, give that a try. And the stitch I was talking about is right here, where it's going like a box. It's closed in on both sides, and it's a stretch stitch. So yeah, this has been People7, Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. Yeah, give it a try. So, bralette is now a front-loading bra. Yeah, try it out. I am just so happy that came out well, because now I'm going to buy many more tubes of this and get busy modifying all of my old bralettes. That way I don't have to buy any more bras, because people don't realize those get expensive. And now I don't even have to worry about extra expense. It's a done deal. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Bye now.